mother claims she was punched in the face by a person LAUSD had on campus to protect kids and parents.
And this person has a questionable past that some school police say is alarming. Senior reporter Ross Palumbo is here. He has the story that you'd only see on KCAL News.
Well, Pat and Rudabeh, our investigation has found that this worker has a criminal past and even got some jail time. But even so, we also found that she was still working on a campus until she allegedly punched a mother in the face twice right in front of her children. LAUSD refuses to talk about it, but now that mother is speaking out.
I came to your car? Yes, you did.
A surprise strike.
Dude, stop.
Startling a parent.
Painful to watch. Yes, you did.
Stunning officers.
Huge. I think that's a crime.
What is wrong with you?
Shocking this boss.
Right there is grounds for termination.
And once again, shaking up the debate.
So you continue to pretend that nothing is happening there.
Over police defunding and LAUSD's school safety.
And it's really hard. You know, I just want justice. Never had issues.
The injustice.
Until that Monday.
She says began in March when she went to pick up her 11-year-old son after hours at a magnet school bus stop just outside of Manual Arts High School. With him in the back and with her other 2-year-old sitting right next to him, she tries to pull out, but this black SUV then backs up, caught here on the school's own surveillance system, trying, she says, to block her in.
Kind of knew like, oh, she's going to do something, so I'm recording. And she is here, blocking.
After blocking, she says the driver then barrels straight towards her window.
Yes?
You want to keep recording me?
Why did you back up your car?
Because you're recording
Because
me.
you are about to hit me.
Did I come to you? Did I come to your car and talk to you?
You did talk to me.
That was days ago.
No, I have you on camera. I already told you.
That was days ago. Did I come to your car today?
Yes, you did.
I did?
He had to back you up and then...
I came to your car?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Dude, stop. What is wrong with you?
And here's the view from the silent surveillance video when we match it to the audio from the mother's cell phone.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Dude, stop. She punched me and scratched my face. I'm just in disbelief that someone that works at school with children, you know, is capable of doing that. Dude, stop.
And for parent Elizabeth Funes Lara, aside from her slight bruising and scratch, the school, her children, and their safety are her primary issues.
So he's in the back seat.
He's in the back seat. And he's just very scared, like, oh, he's just shocked. Oh, that screaming, for him, it was traumatizing. I try not to cry because I don't want to scare them, but I don't think they should be witnessing someone hitting them. Dude, stop! What is wrong with you?
What do you think?
That's horrible. Just imagine that's your wife.
School Police Union President Gil Gamez says his officers used to patrol that school.
If that was one of your officers, do you think that ever would have happened?
One of our officers would have been in prison for doing that.
But since the board defunded the department,
I'm not supportive of the ability of schools to be able to opt in to have a police presence on campus.
cutting its budget nearly 20% and its officers by 33%. They've pushed police off campuses while putting more of these private community groups on campuses with a program called Safe Passage.
So they show up and they're doing security.
Yes.
For these schools now.
Yes.
In place of police.
Yes.
Is that safe for kids? Is it safe for parents?
They moved the police officers out of the way. They moved everybody out of the way, and they gave these security guard companies full access to the student on and off campus without any training, without any mentorship, for sure without a police officer next to them. And they don't know how to handle things. And some of these individuals are formerly incarcerated individuals. One individual came to a board meeting.
That's this man who was working with high school kids.
I am also a formerly incarcerated man of 21 years of a 30-to-life sentence.
And like this woman who confronted the parent.
I came to your car?
Yes, you did.
That court records show also got jail time for violating her probation after a forgery conviction back in 2018.
Is that in itself disqualifying?
I don't see how LA Unified would even hire her, and she should not be in in a coveted position like a security personnel around a child's school with a record like that.
Do you think LAPD would ever hire someone with a criminal history?
No.
Do you think LASD would ever hire anyone with a criminal history? Would LAUSD police ever hire someone with a criminal history? But yet you say the school employs people with criminal histories as subcontractors.
But it's ethically wrong.
Wrong and ineffective, he says, when it comes to fighting campus crime. This school year, we've seen incidents involving guns on campuses, fights and stabbings. But LAUSD's data shows overall violent crimes were down compared to last year, but the number of rapes and aggravated assaults on campus were up.
Is it really safe passage?
Not at all.
Is that a fair criticism?
The district now pays Keith Linton more than $500,000 a year, he says, for his 60 employees servicing about 25,000 kids at 20 schools.
You want this part? To be down here.
All using his on-campus community program that we've highlighted in the past called Boys to Gentlemen.
My employees, they provide safe passage.
And in fact,
Yeah.
this was his employee caught here on camera.
You've seen this video?
I've seen the video, and I've seen the video also at the school.
So what was her excuse to you? What did she say?
She said that she didn't punch the parent, and I didn't believe that.
How could something like that happen?
Something like that shouldn't happen.
What should happen now?
What should happen now is what we did. That employee was terminated. That employee will never have a chance with LAUSD. And what we've done is we've revved up our training.
As a former LAPD officer, he says he does train all of his employees and does background checks, but nothing, he says, came back on this woman. Now she's facing battery charges with a warrant out for her arrest after missing this first court date.
Warrant is issued, bail $20,000.
There should be no employee on any campus that works for me that does what that employee did.
But there was.
And there was. And
how do you know that there isn't another situation like that brewing?
I can't tell you today that out of my north of 60 employees, that tomorrow there's not going to be an incident with a kid or a verbal exchange with a parent. But I can tell you that as a leader, I'm out here 20 hours a day, and I'm at every school.
Should parents still trust you? Should parents still trust this entire community system?
Yes, I believe parents should go to my website and not look at what happened at this one school.
Yes, you did. She punches.
But this mother is still left looking at her recording, reliving her memories.
It's traumatizing. It's just like, it's like I'm living it again.
And wondering what she and every parent are still driving into.
When you go to pick him up today, is it in your mind?
Yes, I think about it so much.
And I think we just lost your mic. So we do want to make sure that people heard what you said. So she did hire a lawyer in part, she says, to protect other kids and parents. 77 schools, right, have contract workers from about 30 different companies doing safe passage. And despite mandatory background checks, it's still unclear who gets through and why. And Ross, you did reach out to the superintendent for answers, but he wouldn't talk about it. Since the incident, LAUSD now says they've issued new guidance, but didn't say exactly what that guidance is.
The district also claims school police are now fully staffed, but the union says that's flat out wrong, according to Ross, and that the number of officers on patrol is actually still down by more than 50%.
That's right.
You can read LAUSD's full statement and see the other story that we've done on Boys to Gentlemen. Is that the one I did?
That's the right. You did that story, Pat.
All right, that's at kcalnews.com.
Okay, thanks for stepping in there. Sorry about the technical trouble.
Want to make sure everyone gets the information.
Exactly.
Thank you, Ross.
It's a really good report. Very fair report, too.
Thank you.
Well.